Excellent. Welcome to Roundtable 4. I'm glad to see we've got so many people showed up to listen to us talk. It's good for our egos. Excellent. So we jump straight in? I think we should.
Don't see why not.
Excellent. So, things coming for you guys. Ark, naturally we've got Genesis 2 launch coming tomorrow. As far as I'm aware, we've had no problems. Everything's set up, ready to go for the launch. We've got a map, server all set up. Just literally needs the Genesis 2 map released to go on it. Shouldn't take too long at all. We're expecting that for about 5 PM tomorrow, our time, given that everything else comes out about that time for Ark as well.
There will be somebody hanging around that time to make sure things are up as fast as humanly possible for you as well.
I know who that'll be. That's brilliant. It'll probably be you, yeah. I can't see any reason. I'll be around as well, guys. I'm here until... We're going to be here till about 1 AM tomorrow, so that's no problem at all, because I want to play Genesis 2 as well. It's going to be good. On to other stuff, because there's really not much left to say about Genesis 2. Just hurry up, Wildcard, sorry. We are moving the loot for the Valguero boss fight back to the dragon. Because it's so hard to loot the dragon, we decided to move that over to the Manticore. We found some problems with that despawning very quickly, so it's gone back to the dragon for now. If you have any problems finding the loot spot for the dragon, there is a video pinned in general, showing you exactly where DJ went to loot that when we did our run. But basically, the back of its head, if you can, is the easiest place to get into the inventory for that one as well. We are implementing the one-to-one element transfer engram for the transferable element into the server tonight. That'll be available at level 155, so once you reach max level, you'll be able to move element across between servers without any loss at all. I don't think anybody's 155 yet, but it's probably going to come very soon once we get playing Genesis 2.
Oh, they are. That's where the feedback came from.
Ah, right, okay, we've got a couple. That's alright, that's not too bad. I know I'm not. I think I'm 147 or something like that, but yeah, it's, we don't get much time to play anymore, so that'll do it. We are removing the... we're removing the cosmetic armor skins. Basically, a huge problem with those when the server restarts, for any reason at all, or when you transfer server, I believe, the skins disappear completely. So they're absolutely useless to us if they're not going to stick around. So we're just going to rip those straight out. Apologies for that one, but there's nothing we can do because the guy who wrote the mod isn't maintaining it anymore, I believe. So nothing we can do on our end.
I've reached out to him on that one, and we haven't had any response. Now, with stuff like this, we can do it ourselves. We can edit the WickedNinjaGames mod itself to incorporate functionality like this. However, given the amount of time we'd have to invest to bring that functionality to the mod, it'd be time much better spent. Well, it is time that is spent making sure everything else is running okay. So if another mod comes around that offers the same functionality, yeah, we can look at adding that in.
Awesome. Yeah, again, guys, like I said, there's lots of things that we can do. It's just it takes so much time. Stealth, you had a question, buddy. Are you good, or let me know in general or something if you need it again, or just put your hand up again and we'll get you up. No worries. That goes for everybody, guys. If you've got a question, there's a raise your hand button on the bottom of the channel. You can just raise your hand, ask a question, and then we can put you back down again. That's fine. Lovely. Tech Rex eggs have been added to the pull list and therefore the dedicated storage as well. So I know people like myself who've got a load of Tech Rexes, you can now store those eggs in dedicated storage, which is lovely. Not much left to say on that one. Stackable crop plots, guys. We will not be turning that on. I know there's been a couple of requests for it. We've had it turned on before. It causes problems with building, and it means that you can have completely unsupported buildings which we then have to go around and ask you to take down or just nuke ourselves. We've had it on before, it caused problems, we had to turn it off, so no, we won't be turning that back on.
Just to one question from Dark Rusty. 155 is all the max level ascensions and a chibi.
Yes, it is the highest level you can get to in Ark. Genesis 2 won't be changing that as well. But it is the highest level in Ark. Just that, DJ. The Ragnarok map extension is going to be added from downtime tomorrow on a trial basis. We haven't had a great deal of testing on that one as of yet, so if there are any problems with it, if you've got problems with terrain or anything like that, let us know. As soon as you can, we'll get those. We'll have a look into see what we can do with that. Stealth, that's absolutely fine. Izzy does the same thing all the time, hitting buttons and all that kind of lovely gubbins. That's fine. There's been a request to reduce the water drain on the server. That's been almost unanimously voted against on that one. It causes all sorts of balance issues across every single map on the cluster, and you can increase your maximum water supply just using skill points as well. So if it's a problem you're having, have a look at either the skill points, or you can make custom food as well, which will allow you to make food that gives you like 300 water and that kind of stuff. So that one won't be implemented.
There is also, if you're running around your base and you're using too much water, the desert cloth has actually a bonus to water retention.
There we go.
So
and you can put aircon in your base if it's warm as well, so that'll help too. Rumpelstiltskin had a request about zombie wyvern skins and making those so you can also put the Valerian Reigns on those. We can't in any way, shape or form change that quickly. Again, that's one of the things about like the armor skins. It would take us weeks of work to get that to work properly, and that's just going to be time much better served to doing things like in the time it would take us to do that, we could probably put up another game. So it's not something we're going to be implementing just because it's so much work for so little. What's what I'm looking for? Reward on that one.
Yeah, it's essentially we'd have to modify every dino in the game that needed that ability. We'd then have issue with Krakens, we'd have issue with the new aberrant dinos that we're going to put in the game, if there's any flying versions of them. But you kind of get the idea. The time to do that and the maintenance required to make sure it works with every other mod and all that kind of stuff is just phenomenal. So I don't think that's something we will be doing. However, I would suggest maybe that if that's something you're after, suggest it to Kraken, because he is the master of dino mods and he does create Valerian Reigns.
Very good shout.
To be brutally honest, he'll turn around to you and say that's a decision you have to make. Do you want armor or do you want it to look pretty?
Exactly that, yeah. And you get the extra speed with the zombie wyvern mod as well. So the zombie wyvern costume, sorry. So you then have to make the decision between speed and armor, which is, as far as I'm concerned, a pretty reasonable trade-off on that one.
Got a question. What are Valerian Reigns?
Valerian Reigns are an item brought in by Kraken's Better Dinos, which essentially add stamina, mobility, and speed to and armor, to the dinos that have them. So they'll go in a costume slot, and they can either be crafted at a low level at the KBD workbench. They use toughened hide, which is on some dinos, which I will find you a list for and put them in FAQs if there's not one already. Or they can be found at a higher level by killing wyverns. They drop as loot from wyverns when they're destroyed and they're killed as well. So they're awesome, basically.
And then the alpha wyvern has a chance of dropping the the maximum level Valerian Reigns.
Yes, it also drops the zombie wyvern skin, which has a similar effect, but doesn't have the armor, which I think is probably there by design.
Yep.
Which is awesome. Lovely. So on to the auto run mod, which we've now approved pending testing. So we'll have that on our test server for a little while. We'll see how it does. If there's any major issues, we'll try and iron those out, and if we can't, obviously we'll take steps. But we're going to look to put that one in. It has been declined in the past, but that was before we had a log of why things were declined. So we're going to work out exactly why we declined that in the past, and again see if we can circumvent the problems that it caused or anything like that, and we'll let you know as that progresses what the decision making is on that one. On to our new command. There is now a /shop find command in Ark. Works in the chat exactly the same as the rest of them, and it's basically a search function for things in the Ark shop, so you haven't got to go to the website necessarily. So for example, if you do /shop find and then a space, whatever you're looking for, so /shop find space Rex will give you the commands for every Rex thing in the shop. So it'll give you I believe it'll give you all of the variants of Rex and the saddle, DJ, is that right? when you
Yeah,
search?
it'll give you anything with the word Rex in the name.
Anything with whatever you put
saddles,
in, yeah.
variants, yeah, the whole lot.
Yeah. So you can put in, say for example, gloves, and it will give you every variant of glove skin we have on there, which is really cool as well.
I don't believe it works well with spaces, so single word search.
Yes, I would imagine it probably isn't a fan of spaces. You reckon underscores would work if you're looking for something specific, or?
Probably not.
Yeah, just stick with one word. It's probably the easier way to do it anyway. You might get a few results, but it's usually not going to be more than 3 or 4. Brilliant. A reminder for you guys as well. We've had a couple of issues with this, and a couple of people having problems. The transferable trophy heads from the boss dinosaurs are only available to be used from the from the bosses that were originally implemented with the game. So the dragon head, the only one available is the one from the island, and with the manticore, the only one you'll be able to transfer is the one from Scorched Earth. Just because the other variants are significantly easier, and we don't want to give you guys too much. No, at least earning it a little bit. Go. Well, we're on.
The reasoning behind that is, as you are all aware, use the trophies to make things like the Domination Rex and to do your kind of endgame ascensions in some cases. The multi-boss fights on Valguero and Ragnarok are just plain too easy to start giving away massive endgame content on those. So the transferable trophies that are used for all the cool stuff are available from the storyline maps, and any free DLC maps just drop the normal vanilla trophies.
Excellent. I believe it's just the transferable trophies that can be used for the Domination Rex as well, yeah?
Correct. There is an
Brilliant.
idea that I was toying with, which may see kind of come in after Genesis,
Ooh.
is creating a range of DNA fragments that would drop from boss dinosaurs, and then creating some high-level recipes that would allow you to combine those DNA fragments to produce eggs for various dinos in the game.
Ooh, very nice.
Which I thought was a better solution. So you go around, you kill some dinos, collect your DNA fragments, and then you combine them into something cool. Different way of obtaining dinos.
Sounds like a hell of a plan.
But still equally challenging.
Yes. Well, we're not going to make them easy. We like you guys to work for what you get, so yeah, work. Brilliant. While we're on the subject of trophies, guys, we either have or we're going to remove the trophy requirement to build the hover skiff. Is that something that's live now, DJ, or is that going in tomorrow?
That's already gone live.
That's live.
You no longer require the master controller trophy to build the hover skiff, because we've gone back to the vanilla hover skiff, which unlocks when you kill him anyway.
Ah, brilliant. That's great. You do guys still have to unlock the Techgram by killing the, I believe it's beta master controller on that one as well, though. So do what you're going to do with that. Finally on Ark, guys, we've moved the spawn locations on Aberration for our static alphas. So all 3 alphas will be in slightly different locations. Broadly speaking, they'll be in the same place, but they will roam now, so they will be able to move, I believe, all over the server. And they will spawn up to every 4 hours. Now that includes after server restarts, so anytime a server restarts, it will take up to 4 hours for the alphas to spawn in. So if you log on 5 minutes after server starts and there's no alpha there, that is why. Because we get people asking this every single day.
So the reasoning behind that is Aberration seems to have issues with spawns. Sometimes they spawn too far below the map, sometimes they spawn into rocks, sometimes they spawn into structures when they shouldn't. So we've had to tweak the spawn so that the dino actually spawns above the surface, then drops down to the surface, and then does its thing there. With the roaming side of things, that's something we had to... All dinos are capable of roaming anywhere. You can drag them out of their spawn area, where they will eventually despawn if they're not in their native environment. Same will apply to these, and then they'll respawn back at their standard area. So you could aggro like the Alpha Reaper, you could drag it halfway across the map, but eventually it'll just despawn and then respawn back where it was originally.
You are far too nice to them, DJ. You really are.
Uh,
Brilliant, guys. So that wraps up ARC. Have we got any questions regarding general ARC stuff while we're here that we can actually answer? Because I know there's going to be lots of stuff you're going to want to know that we haven't even worked out yet. Got a couple of questions coming in, so feel free to raise your hands and just ask, guys, if you want. It's you're more than welcome to come and have a chat. Oh, Krusty's just making a suggestion. That's fine. Lovely. We'll move on. We'll pick up any more questions as they come through. I'm sure DJ's still watching. That's great. So, 7 days to die, guys. Season ends tomorrow. Congrats to everybody who's put in a load of hard work. I can see a lot of hours have gone in for a lot of people, which is absolutely brilliant. The moment, the way it stands, as of I think it's about 2 o'clock this afternoon, Ari's in first place. Artillery's in second, and X3M's currently in third. Now, since we've taken the data from this, we've had a couple of people on a lot, so those rankings could change in the top 3, 4, 5. So we'll see how that goes. I'm pretty sure Ari's got a pretty solid lead, so I don't think she's going to be in any trouble of keeping on to first place there, but third place, potentially second, if these guys really pull their fingers out, could be in for a bit of hot contention there. So we'll see what happens with that as and when it comes up. Again, guys, just so you know, this month we have solid state drives for the first and second place, and some WNG merch, and we've got one of our gorgeous hoodies going out to whoever wins third place there as well, on top of the usual top 10 rewards for the general season. So we'll see how that goes tomorrow at 9 AM when the season ends. Excellent. For next season, guys, we've noticed there's a bit of a problem with spaces in names. So anybody with a space in their name will not be able to accrue Zombooks as they kill zombies. Simply because of the way that the coding for the server works, it physically cannot process a space in the name. To fix this before the season starts, all you need to do is just go to your Steam, and then just replace any spaces with your name with an underscore, a dash, a dot. Anything along those lines will work absolutely fine. I believe anything but a slash should work perfectly. And I'm not even sure if Steam will let you put a slash in there. If you guys have got any questions on how to do that, it's pretty simple. We can walk you through it in 2 minutes. Give us a shout in Discord, we'll walk you through that. No bother at all. If we're online. If we're not online, we'll be asleep. So please don't PM us when we're asleep. In fact, go ahead.
The issue with the space in the names also means that the game won't recognise any in-game commands either.
Oh, that's even more fun.
Against your character, so...
It came up late, and there's kind of nothing we can do to catch it for Season 3, but hopefully we'll have a different solution in place for Season 4, and then we can go back to normal. Hopefully.
Yeah, guys,
so
if you just...
It's because we've just discovered, Season 3 is... There's nothing really we can do about it. We're so close to the switch over, but we'll try and have that fixed for Season 4.
Yeah, we've got a few other reasons to get things changed as well, guys, so don't worry too much about that. We're also going to be implementing I believe, a tree replanting mod, DJ. I think I missed the end of this conversation. We have a firm consensus on that one, yeah?
Yep, that's going in for the next season. Any trees chopped down will be replaced with a sapling that immediately plants itself on the floor. If you leave the sapling there, the tree will eventually regrow. If you break the sapling, the tree is gone forever until the wipe.
So be a bit careful with that one, guys. The sapling's only 1 block high, so if you aim at like head height, you're not going to break it by accident, which is always good. That's great.
You have to be quite deliberate to actually break the saplings. They're very, very obvious, but just don't kill the saplings, and the trees will respawn for you.
Excellent. That is it for 7 days. Is there any questions regarding 7 days while we're on, guys? Again, I'm just looking in general here. Nope, I think we're good for questions for now. Lovely. Moving on to Minecraft. Quite an easy one. We're still working on it. It's coming along. We don't have a confirmed launch date yet, but we're getting... Well, Nani, rather, since he's doing all the work on this one, he's getting pretty close. Have you got any developments on that one, Nani, or are we just sticking with the it's in progress?
We're really, really, really close.
Good.
Hopefully, once we've got Genesis out of the way and then we've got the 7-day season rolled over, we can just finish it off and get it open pretty quickly.
Marvellous, fantastic. Again, guys, we're not going to give you guys a date until we're sure it's ready. We're not going to be as a couple of guys have started doing, pulling a wild card. Once it's ready, we'll let you know when it'll go up. And it'll probably be quite short notice when it does go up as well. So keep your eyes open. We'll put announcements out for anybody who's reacted as Minecraft in the vault. So if you do want to play Minecraft, get yourself the Minecraft tag from the vault, and we'll let you know as soon as that's ready to go for you. We've had a request for a Farming Simulator 2019 mod, or a Farming Simulator 19 server. No, generally it's not a popular enough game for us just to hire running a server, and the community's almost unanimously voted against that as well, so it's not something we're going to be bringing up unless there's a massive spike in popularity and everybody decides it's the best thing since sliced bread. Congratulations as well to Board Panda, our Discord Nitro winner for May. Well done. Thank you very much for using your boost on our server as well. It's very, very appreciated. The Liquid Indom and Liquid Indom and Crystal Golem spawns are still not yet fixed. We're waiting for Dickface, the author of the mod, to get off his arse and fix it. Apparently it's sitting there ready to go, but he's just not uploaded it yet, so we're probably going to take red hot pokers to him before long. And as soon as again that one's ready done, guys, we'll let you know. Essentially with that one, Liquid Indoms are just simply not spawning, and Crystal Golems are stopping Crystal Mega Shelons, which is the thing you essentially need to breed Crystal Dinos, from spawning. So as soon as that's fixed, we'll let you know, because we really, really want it to be fixed. DJ, have we got Crystal Mega Shelons on the store? Or none?
We do indeed, I believe.
Yeah,
we do, yes.
So if you guys need one in the meantime, you can pick it up from the store. Have a look at the website, or have a look in game for the commands to spawn those in for you as well.
/shop find Crystal.
Exactly, or Mega.
Or Mega.
But you can get your less results that way as well. Brilliant. Are there any questions, DJ, while we're on, or is everybody good at the minute?
Looks like we're all up to date there, so I think we can wrap that up for today.
Excellent, lovely. Well, in that case, guys, I've talked for absolutely long enough. Have a lovely night. For those of you listening and recording, thanks very much for having a listen, and we'll see you later on.